We just went over the commutative and the associative properties of addition and multiplication, and so we need to apply those now. Well, actually, these are things that you've been doing all along. Well, you just didn't know probably the specific name of them. So let's do some practice here. This says use the commutative and associative properties to simplify each expression. Well, we would look at this normally and say, well, we're supposed to do inside the parentheses, but we can't do anything with 9 plus b. So we have to, move back out if we look at order of operations. But now we have the commutative and associative properties that are very specific, and so we can say, well, now wait a minute. If I'm adding here, I can add in any order I want to, basically. I could reassociate those items. So instead of doing 9 plus b and then adding 8, I could rearrange it and say, well, let me do the 8 plus 9 first, because those are plain numbers or like terms. So if I did that, now I've got 8 plus 9 is 17 plus b. There we go. You've been doing this all along. You just didn't know it probably had a specific name. In the next example, it says negative 9 times 8x. Well, we can't multiply 8 to x because we don't know what x is. But we can use our properties. Wouldn't it be much easier to multiply the numbers together first? We can do that because this is all multiplication, and multiplication is associative. We can reassociate what we're multiplying first to say, well, let's do negative 9 times negative 8 first, which would be negative 72, then times x. In our last problem here, we have 2/7 times 7/2 r. So if we look at that, that is saying 2 over 7 times 7 over 2 times r. Well, we can't do anything inside the parentheses because we really can't multiply those. We don't know what r is. But we could multiply our numbers together first. The only reason we're allowed to do that is because multiplication is associative. So I could reassociate those and multiply the numbers together first, which means now my 2's would cancel top and bottom, 7's would cancel top and bottom, so we would have 1 times r, which is r, and that would be simplified perfectly.